Good evening, highly esteemed viewers. Welcome to our video tutorial for today. In our maths tutorial today, we are going to solve this Olympiad exam question. And we are asked to simplify this question. Square root of 1 minus the square root of minus 3 plus the square root of 1 plus the square root of minus 3. Now, this simplification is going to give us a real solution or an imaginary solution. What do you think? Is it going to give us a real solution or an imaginary solution? Now, before watching this video or the solution to this question, I want you to pause this video a little and try solving this question on your own, and let's see what you'll come up with. Now let's solve this question. But before we solve this question, don't forget to give this video a thumbs up, subscribe to my channel, and also remember to hit the bell icon so that you can be notified whenever I upload my most recent Maths Olympiad solution content. Thank you. Now, if we want to solve this question, we are going to do two things. The first thing we are going to do is to set everything, this whole equation, to a value that we will look for. Now, the next thing we are going to do is also to take this part of this equation to be equal to x, and also this part of the equation to be equal to y. So we can now simply say that if this whole equation is equal to t, and we have this whole part to be x and this whole part to be y, those are the two things we need to do. We can now simply say that this whole equation will become square root of x plus square root of y, and this will be equal to t. So we're going to simplify this whole equation because this equation is paramount. The solution to this equation is paramount to the solution of what we have above. But before we start solving this question, let us look for two values. And the two values we are going to look for, we're going to look for the two values x plus y, and on the other hand, we are going to find the value of x multiplied by y. Now, for x plus y, what we are going to do is we are going to multiply the value of x and y. So we'll have 1 minus the square root of minus 3, right, plus, when we add this to 1 plus square root of minus 3. Now, if you see this automatically, because of this negative sign and this positive sign, these two values will clear off. So we'll be left with what? 1 plus 1, and this will be equal to 2. So that simply tells us that x plus y is equal to 2. Now, on the other hand, we want to look for the value of x plus x times y. Now, for x times y, we're going to have this value to give us 1 minus bracket minus 3, right, plus multiply by 1 plus square root of minus 3. So due to the negative sign and the positive sign here, this is more of a difference of 2 square. So this will give us 1 square minus bracket minus 3, square root of minus 3 square. So if we simplify this value, we are going to get the value of x, y. Now, all we simply need to do here, we can do two things to simplify this part, because this other part will give us 1. So this whole part, we can do two things. Is either we clear the square root, and then our final result will be minus 3, or we take out this square root of 3, minus 3 will be equal to square root of minus 1 multiplied by square root of 3. And square root of minus 1 multiplied by minus 3 will give us I multiplied by root what? Root 3. So if we look at that expression from the other side, if we square it, we're going to find out that I square multiplied by square root of 3 square will give us 3, and I square is usually minus 1. So minus 1 multiplied by 3, the solution will still be minus 3. So whichever way we take, we're going to have minus 3 as our solution. So this will give us minus 3. Minus times plus will give us plus 3. So this solution will be equal to 4 because this whole thing gives us minus 3. So having gotten that, we've come to see two things. The two things we've come to see is that x plus y is equal to 2 and our x multiplied by y is equal to 4. Now, having gotten that, we will now come to the main equation. Remember, the main equation we want to solve is square root of x plus the square root of y we said is equal to t. Now, looking at these two equations, to solve this equation, we are going to square both sides. So if we square both sides, let's look at that scenario. If we square both sides, this is going to give us square, and this is going to give us t square. Now let's simplify the left hand side. We will simplify the left hand side considering the binomial theorem. We are going to multiply, find the value of this side. Now, considering the binomial theorem, square root of x plus square root of y is going to give us what? Now let's consider the first term square. The first term square is going to give us x, because square root of x times square root of x will give us x, plus the second term, square is going to give us y, and then finally we're going to have plus 2 times the first term multiplied by the second term. So that will give us a square root of x multiplied by square root of y. That will give us square root of xy, and this will be equal to t square. Now come to think about this. We already have value for x plus y and we know values for x, y. So let's substitute that value for x plus y equal to 2 and xy equal to 4 into this expression. If we do that, we are going to have this to be equal to 2 plus 2 multiplied by square root of 4, and that will be equal to t square. So this will give us 2 plus 2 multiplied by 2, and this will give us t square. 2 plus 4 will be equal to t square. And then finally, we'll have our t square to be equal to 6. So the value of t square, if we square root both sides, we're going to have our t to be equal to plus or minus square root of what? 6. Now remember, we on the left hand side, we have real values. We have real square roots of these two values. So that means our result on the right hand side must give us real values of the square root of the value. So the solution to this expression, the solution will give us our t to be equal to the positive square root of 6. So if we simplify that expression, our result is going to give us t to be equal to the positive part of root 6. This is all I have for you for now. I know you do enjoy this video. Don't forget to give this video a thumbs up, subscribe to my channel, and also remember to share this video with friends and colleagues. Thanks so much for watching, and bye bye for now.